Hello, beloveds, beautiful co creators and omnipresent observers. Blessings and lots of love to you. I wanted to make this video, and I've been meaning to make this video about how to. Well, this is, first of all, everything I say on these videos is just my opinion um, and through my experiences. So, don't take anything literal, take anything. Like I always say, if it makes sense, if it resonates, and um, it agrees with your intuition and what you feel in your heart, then, by all means, it can be useful. Um, so this video, I wanted to talk about how I deal with closed-minded people or family members or people that you've gotten used to because of like work or circumstances that you just can't like really like avoid them. For instance, like family members or classmates or whatever. And a lot of the times, we go through life. In the end, we all want to be loved. We all want to be appreciated, and we all want to genuinely be um, friended with a lot of people. We want to be um, cared for and just appreciated and loved. And because of this, we tend to be people pleasers, and we want to be everybody's friends, and we want everybody to like us. So we tend to like just be cool with everybody and um, and kind of like just um, which is it's a good thing to be like that if you're already centered, if you're already um, you know, if you know your limits, you have your fortitude, you know how much, where to draw lines and where to always bring out the best in them and bringing out the best in you, and as long as it doesn't take away from your integrity, um, you know, if you can do that, by all means, that's the whole point, to love everybody and unconditionally. Um, and etc. To enjoy this life to the fullest and whatnot. Um, but there's just those people, and I'm not saying these people you can't love them or yes, of course, love everybody unconditionally, but loving everybody unconditionally doesn't mean that you still um, advocate, certain things or that people would do because some people will take advantage. Um, and some people will just, they'll be so, and this is what I'm talking about, the closed-minded people, the ones that you keep telling them, like, how, like, they should, like, you suggest, all you're doing is suggesting. You suggest how maybe they should work out or eat healthier or think positive or do more healthier habitual things, and they don't do them, and they just keep draining you out and draining you out, and whether it's psychologically, physically, spiritually, and I mean, there's many ways that people can drain you out, and some of these people are like in your schools, in your family, in your work. So how do you deal with these people? How do you go about you being, sticking to your integrity and staying true to yourself and your journey and your current path, and not deviating while you still honor their spirit with respect without um completely, like, forgetting who you are and downgrading to their level of awareness or whatever and becoming just like them. So how I do it, well, first of all, I still love all of them. I still appreciate all of them. I still show them love. Um, but where attention goes, energy flows. So it's like a baby. You have to treat them like spoiled babies. That like better, and that being like them is not gonna solve anything, because sometimes people are just looking for fights, or they're looking. just they're so aggressive in a dark place that they want to release that in any way, and you might become that catalyst where they might want to just abuse you in any way. So that's already not an option to go about. So just in a way, just you know you gotta like not care about what they think. Still do you. Still stay within your light and your power. Still smile. Still have joy. Show them that like no matter how hard or whatnot life can get, because we're all still growing. We're all still going through this together. So you let them see through you, because some people will, even though they might not admit it, taking your word or your advice or just, but they'll observe you. They're gonna be like, whoa, and even if it's not in that precise moment that they figure it out, there will be a time where they will go back to that time that you reacted in a certain way, and they will remember that, and that's what's gonna help them. That's what's gonna help them in the long run. So, yeah, just ignore them when they're like, like all like whatever. And if it's people you don't know, people out there that are like, they just don't understand you, they don't understand your light, they don't, they're in such a different frequency, vibration, state of awareness, completely in a different like dimension, like completely. And you're walking by and you're like, holding your head high, confident, you're loving yourself, you love your life, and they're like, everything sucks, da da da. So you're passing by. These two energies and frequencies are coming into an intersection, and you obviously feel they're like, but then they're gonna obviously feel your. So even though they might not understand it, and they might not completely like, why is that guy so happy? They're natural. They're already hating life almost in a sense. So it's already by default that they're gonna hate you and your energy and whatever you're projecting. So don't take it personal. And I don't take nothing personal. I don't take it. I just see where they're at, have a little compassion and empathy, and try not to give them too much attention or energy, because who knows how they're gonna take it. Like I work, or there's sometimes there's certain people, maybe they're just having a bad day, and you're passing by, and they're like kind of almost in a way like looking like negatively towards everybody and everything. So I just pretend like I didn't notice them, or I pretend, or like I'll really pretend like I don't notice that they're having a bad situation, and I'll just smile and sometimes say hi. You read the connection, and sometimes when you're vibing so much, they're like not gonna like it, because sometimes what you end up doing is you end up you see through them, and they see that you see through them. So it's kind of like, damn, this guy is like hella vibing, hella loving life. He's obviously like done work on himself, and here I am complaining about life. Obviously I don't love myself, and it makes me feel insecure, it makes me feel less of a person. So then I have to like even more so be more aggressive, and be more like tough guy, and even more. So that's what a lot of these people end up doing, So you just kind of like I said, treat them like a baby, lessen the drama in the experience, and just kind of like, don't take it so serious and make it like a big thing, and just kind of like a baby, like a baby having a tantrum. You just kind of like, oh, he's mad, he's angry, but you're just like, oh, it's okay, and you nurture them, not that it's your job or your responsibility to, anyways, but I mean, things happen for a reason in life, and if those situations are still coming to you, what people say, you draw what you need, or what you need to learn from. And a lot of the times, that's what we need to learn. We need to learn to nurture each other, and learn to, um, you know, love each other in those ways, even when people are, not their best. And I'm not saying, like I said, it's not your responsibility to take care of them and take their karma and whatever. They still got to do their part, but at least you're not gonna be um whatever energy or whatever negativity or whatever bad vibes they throw at you. At least you're not gonna like absorb them. You're gonna be like water, like like Bruce Lee used to say. He used to say something like, flow like water, and it's like, the energy hits you, but instead of hitting you and you resisting it, you kind of like just let it flow through, like around you, and just let it pass through you. So it's like, oh, okay, it didn't even like it like it just kind of like went around you, and yeah, that's kind of how I'd be dealing with it, and um yeah, so that's like your family members or whatever, you know um you know first of all, you can't care what they think. You have to be yourself. That's like first step. Like you got, that's the one thing that we chain ourselves to, caring more about what other people think than we care about what we ourselves think for of ourselves. So because we do that, then whatever they're feeling or thinking, we end up embodying it too, because now we forgot what we were thinking and feeling or observing, and now we're feeling, and now we're in their dimension, in their world, and in their pains and in their sufferings, and you completely lost yourself there, and then it's like a struggle to get back to yourself and whatnot. So it does take a little bit of courage at first, because it's like I feel that sometimes like you gotta hold your ground, but like I said, don't be like a stiff wall, because if that energy hits you hard, it's gonna get weird. It's gonna be awkward, and it's gonna be like obvious that you guys are in two different worlds. Even though you understand and you have peace and you're all about like peace, you don't know where they're at. Like I've had experiences where people like try to actually like get aggressive, like really aggressive, like where they think I might want to like step up to them or something, or I don't know. It's just weird. And that's just their level of awareness, that they can't see anything. That's the only thing they're gonna result to. And some of these people will result to violence, and I'm talking about like some deep dark individuals. So just ignore it, avoid it in the form that you can still benefit from it, and no, and trust me, that's going to be super empowering, because once you deal with the person like that, and you realize like, whoa, that wasn't so hard, that wasn't so tough, and you build momentum. You're like, wow, okay. And then after that, I mean, one thing that I always keep in mind too is like, even like the worst people in the world, the ones that like, they need people like us. Because amongst themselves, they'll kill each other. They'll so they need people like us. They want they're crying out for people like us. And I'm talking about, people like, not just, bad people or whatever, if there even needs such a thing, but just, people that are like in control, the elites, and the whole way how the world is. You can call it just whatever it is. There's many names for it, but it's just, the ego, I guess, that we create in ourselves, and the thing that makes us forget who we are. And yeah, but hopefully this helped out. um, so much love, everybody. Blessings. Namaste.